Every year, it seems like it's harder than the year before. It feels like it's constantly swimming upstream. I'm tired of the antagonistic discussion. I'm tired of sort of throwing the accusations at each other. It's a form of backbiting and backstabbing, and I want to stop. We have began a forgiveness, I hope, and I don't want to undo that. And right now, it is very fragile.
You're here with me where you wanna be at the algorithm, just you and me.
Let me say this as clearly as possible. What Kody and Robyn are trying to do right now is not saving the family, being mature, or heal the family. They're going to dismantle the Sister Wives franchise. And if Meri and Janelle or Christine go along with it, they won't be protecting peace. They'll be setting fire to their own credibility with the audience. Because the strategy Kody and Robyn are pushing doesn't just hurt ratings. It destroys the only thing that keeps Sister Wives alive: honesty, conflict, and audience trust. The backdoor deal. We got to talk about the backdoor deal. Here's what blew this whole damn thing wide open. The potential sale of Coyote Pass was being used as leverage. Now, Meri and Janelle were, according to what we've seen playing out, were being pushed to sign an agreement that says they are no longer owed any additional compensation for the money that they put into the family, money that helped Kody and Robyn buy their house, the McMansion, and an NDA or non-disclosure agreement for cast members on a reality TV show. That is not conflict resolution. That is narrative control. From this point, Kody and Robyn get final say on what they get to talk about and how. Quick question, if you don't mind. Do you think things would get better or worse after they have control of the OG3 storyline? Do you think it's going to be better or worse for them? Let me know in the comments. And let me be clear. Kody and Robyn taking money from the Sister Wives is not new. That has been the pattern for years. What is new is them trying to legally gag the people who are literally the reason that this show still exists. That's not protecting the family. That's trying to draft Kody and Robyn approved storylines. Okay? NDAs on reality TV equal cancellation. Having the most popular cast members on your show sign NDAs about what actually happened behind the scenes is not a strategy. It is reality TV Harry Carey. Okay? The entire premise of this genre is that we are watching real relationships evolve in real time. The moment viewers realize that they're being fed a controlled, sanitized version of events, they don't lean in, they don't tune in, they check out. Honestly, I'm amazed TLC isn't more alarmed by this. It blows my mind because at its core, it's not just morally questionable, it's stupid from a production standpoint. You cannot build a long-running reality TV franchise by silencing and legally bullying cast members. Save the family or save the show. A Reddit user said something that perfectly nails what's happening. Every time Robyn says she wants to save the family, swap the word family with the word show, because that's what she really cares about. She doesn't just want the show to continue. She wants to reshape it in her own image so that it serves her personally. Less conflict directed at her, less mess involving her, and zero accountability. She does what she wants, whenever she wants, to whomever she wants, and everybody is supposed to smile and pretend like she's a genius. Nothing to see here. There's not a problem here. Robyn is all good. She's the only person involved that's emotionally intelligent, and she's the only one who has it all figured out. That's what she wants. Now, Kody and Robyn keep talking about wanting to get rid of the backbiting and the fighting. They say they want peace. But what that translates to in storytelling is We want to obliterate the show. Despite what Cody thinks, nobody is enthralled with his charm. Nobody is tuning in to see what zany adventures Cody can get himself into and out of each week. In reality shows, conflict is the real product. Now they'll say, we used to be united. That's a myth. Now I understand that they'll argue in the beginning, the family was all united. There wasn't all this conflict. That's kind of true, but only on the surface. There was always conflict. It just wasn't being framed as personal betrayal yet. Early on, the tension came from something else, trying to convince the audience that they weren't like other polygamous groups. They weren't the FLDS. They weren't the Kingston group. They weren't the LeBarons. Most importantly, that they abhor and were completely different from men like Warren Jeffs. The whole show pitch was, we're just like you, just more layered. That was the conflict. That was the storyline. But here is the problem. Once the marriages started collapsing, once we saw how Cody handled rejection, finances, loyalty, and power, it became very clear that he is not some enlightened exception. He's just another man in a patriarchal structure who prioritizes control, ego, and his preferred partner over everyone else. The apple didn't just fall from the tree, it rolled into a pile of bullshit. Why fans will not accept a fake reconciliation. Now that the breakups have happened, now that we've seen how ugly it really was, there is no appetite for watching the wives pretend to be friends with Kody and Robyn. None, zero, zilch, nada, nothing. Okay? If the OG3 suddenly start playing the we're all good, we're all healed, let's move on game, fans will not see that as growth. They will see that as betrayal. And the so-called backdoor deal proves something very important. And they all need to pay attention to this. Even the most popular of the OG3 does not have an untouchable image. If fans believe you are protecting Cody, hiding the truth, or prioritizing his narrative over your own reality, they will turn on you. Why are you, and this is a question I have for all y'all, all three of you. Why would you ever listen to Cody at all? And honestly, I have to ask this. Why would any of the wives listen to Cody's plan in the first damn place? Every single business deal he ever pitched them failed, cost them, and somehow, some way left him and Robyn better off. They walked away richer. The others were left to pick up the pieces. So now he wants them to trust him again, to sign paperwork, to protect his future. Based on what track record exactly? I mean, it's just, think, people, think. The social climate has changed. When this show started, plural marriage was still a novelty. There wasn't much exposure. They could be vague. They could avoid specifics. They could play modern day Little House on the Prairie naivete games. People tuned in because it was fascinating. But now, they're not even a plural family anymore. They're all monogamous. And even if they weren't, nobody would care, because TLC itself has already shown us on many different shows, thruples, open marriages, polyfamilies, seeking sister wives, seeking brother husbands, etc., etc., etc. The novelty for a polygamous family is gone. What audience want now is truth. And not just polite truth. They want messy truth, uncomfortable truth, the kind that actually explains what really happened. Kody and Robyn's pitch for quiet, wholesome, conflict-free shows doesn't just fail. It's obsolete. Conflict is what saved the show from the very beginning. Let's talk history. The show almost got canceled when the we all get along gang storyline wore thin. What saved it? Meri's catfish incident. That was the first crack in the fake paradise that they presented us. Then shortly after, ratings dipped again until Christine kicked Kody out of her house. And what completely revived the franchise? Christine leaving. That season changed everything. It's what allowed them to renegotiate their contracts. It's what brought audiences back. They are still eating off that plate. So how in the world do Kody and Robyn think the fan base now wants to watch the family pretend to like each other again? The very thing they're trying to erase is the only reason the show still exists. The final verdict. Let's call this what it is. NDAs, financial pressure, controlled narratives, forced friendliness. That is not healing. That is damage control. Look, you do not save reality TV by hiding the truth. You kill it. And if the OG3 go along with this, if they sign away their stories, protect Cody's image, and help sell a version of events that no one believes, they won't just lose the plot of the show, they will lose the audience. Because at this point, the fans aren't here for fairy tales. They're here for what actually happened. And no contract can ever erase that. That's my take. Let me know what you guys think. Call in on the Tuesday night live stream, call in or leave a message on speakpipe.com/my take on reality. Give your thoughts, give your ideas, and definitely leave a comment down below. All right, that's my take. I'm James, and this has been my take on reality, and I'm out.
'Cause I've been living life right like I